the founder of Pastoralists Network Television, based in Kenya. Yusuf Ibrahim, please come on stage. A round of applause for Yusuf.
To move into communication consultancy. In Kenya, we call it Juakali. And then now we are on the verge of launching in January, inshallah, what will be hopefully the first, it's an ambitious venture. It's going to be the first TV station dedicated on matters pastoralists. So we're going to use that platform to tell our stories, to tell our history, to tell our culture, our identity, and everything. So this will be a conversation for another day. So for now, before I go to the topic of discussion this morning, let me bring our panel on stage. I hope they're all here. Let me start with Dr. Tamirat Bekele. A round of applause for him. The reason I'm starting with him is from Ethiopia, although he calls Nairobi his second home. Dr. Bekele is a climate scientist at ICPAC. So for those who don't know what ICPAC is, it's the IGAD Climate Prediction and Application Center. He specializes in climate modeling, season forecasting, and climate risk analysis for the Greater Horn of Africa. His work supports government and humanitarian agencies with actionable early warning, information used to anticipate droughts, heat extremes, and rainfall variability. So as journalist, he's going to be a key source of information for us as far as early warning and early action is concerned. Oh, you're already here. He's a real Bekele. You know, we know Bekele, the marathon guy. So Dr. Bernard Bett is our next panelist, all the way from Kenya. So Dr. Bett is a senior scientist from Animal Health, ILRI. It's a heavy panel of PhDs, so you're going to help me drive this conversation. It's going to be heavy, I know. So he's a senior animal health scientist at the International Livestock Research Institute, ILRI. He leads research on climate-sensitive livestock diseases, zoonotic risks, surveillance systems, and disease modeling. His work focuses on how climate variability influences disease emergence and developing early warning tools to protect pastoral and livestock-dependent communities in the Horn of Africa. He's widely recognized for his role in strengthening animal health systems and resilience. Next in line is Dr. Guyo Roba. He's not from Ethiopia. You know, you have a lot of Guyos here as well. He's from Kenya. He's the head of ICPALD and a very passionate pastoralist. He serves in different boards. He's served in different organizations that touch on pastoralists. So Dr. Guyo is the head of the Dryland Development Unit within IGAD. He's a leading expert in pastoralism and dryland systems. He has extensive experience in rangeland management, pastoral mobility, cross-border livestock economies. So very passionate about, because I come from the pastoralist region in Kenya. The topic of discussion is livestock in the face or era of climate shocks in the Greater Horn of Africa. Livestock in the era of climate shocks in the Greater Horn of Africa. What a time to have this conversation, because this is a conversation we are having right after COP30 in Brazil. And I decided to look at some of the highlights from COP30, and I didn't like how the livestock issue was framed. Because somehow experts, the global experts, see livestock as a problem rather than a solution. There are actually other experts who are even asking African countries to sort of use plant-based protein other than animal-based protein. So if you're not a pastoralist and you feel like this is a debate that doesn't concern you, it concerns you, if especially you like beef. And in Kenya, we call it nyama choma. So this is something that is very relevant to you. So today, we are going to ask key questions here. How do we balance global climate concerns with local realities? What evidence do we need to position livestock as part of climate solutions? And how do we ensure pastoralist voices are heard at regional and global platforms? And finally, what practical actions must we take to protect livestock and strengthen resilience? So let me go straight to our panel discussion. I hope we have all the microphones there. I have two. I think we'll need one more. Sound check, 1, 2, thank you. So, the discussion again, it's all about livestock in the face of climate change. So, let me start with Dr. Bekele, because you are in your home ground. So, Bekele at IGAD, you have projected growing climatic shocks in the Greater Horn of Africa. Can you just tell us what are we looking at in the next 10 years? Because as a journalist, I've seen firsthand what unpredictable weather patterns do to pastoralists. Sometimes we have floods. After floods, we have droughts, especially what we are facing right now. So how is the landscape like in the next 10 years?
Thank you, Yusuf. At ICPAC, our climate models are showing a very clear message. The Great Horn of Africa is entering into a period of more frequent, more intense, and more overlapping climatic shocks. We are seeing a steady more of multi-season droughts, more of severe floods events, and sometimes these things are happening back to back. So this impacts the climate outlooks is telling us that there is a rising heat in the region.
Yes.
So variable rainfall and intense